So the Knicks, I'm a lifelong Knicks fan. Absolutely love the OG trade. Mitch Robinson possibly coming back for the playoffs could make them just trouble defensively, just a nasty team. Is it? Especially since you made a great point with Donovan Mitchell, maybe he's really not worth the squeeze. Should they maybe go smaller? And I feel they maybe should go smaller moves too, just to shore up certain areas. If Mitchell doesn't come back, center depth, bench depth. Is a guy like a Malcolm Brogdon to improve their bench and stuff like that, get another playmaker? Is that where they go at the trade deadline? Maybe they don't go big.
I hadn't heard that name connected with the Knicks, but yeah, I mean that would I think that's a great name. And a great piece for what they have. Because, let's face it, Tom Thibodeau is not an offensive coach.
No.
And when Jalen Brunson goes to the bench, their offense just grinds to a halt.
Yep.
They would be very well served having a second playmaker. I would say that Malcolm Brogdon would do more for them than Dejounte Murray would. And that's another name we've heard.
Yeah.
Connected to them, and I just, watching Atlanta, like, I at one point Murray and Trae Young were supposed to be boys, and it doesn't look like that now.
Yeah.
It was a game recently where they came down at the end of it, and Trae came to get the ball, and DeJounte just ignored him and went pull-up jumper, air ball. End the game. It was a really bad look. And would he have more respect for Jalen Brunson because Jalen plays at both ends?
Yeah.
Possibly. So you might get a different DeJounte. But I'm a little nervous now with he was in San Antonio, talked his way out of there, went to Atlanta. That was supposed to be he's hooking up with his BFF. Yeah. Now that's not working out. He's got those John Collins vibes at this point. Like, might not be the situation, might be the guy. But no, Brogdon, I love that idea, and I do think that Robinson coming back and what they could be defensively and kind of the chemistry they have, and the Eastern Conference just being a jumble, right? Yeah. Like I'm not really overwhelmed by Milwaukee. Philadelphia, I think, will probably make a move. I'll be interested to see that. But, until Joel Embiid shows me he's got lasting power where he can get through the season and then make a deep playoff run, I need to see it at this point. If not from a mental standpoint, a physical standpoint, that he's capable of that. So Boston's there, and I'm not a big believer in Boston. I think they're vulnerable. I mean, strange as it is to say, because I have a lot of Knicks fans who are friends, and they're always like so unrealistic about what their team is capable of. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Knicks fans are just like they're like Lakers fans. They're the same thing. Like with less reason to believe that they're going to win it all. I guarantee you, they have not sniffed a championship in your lifetime. Correct?
See, no, that
Jason,
not at all.
Right? I mean, right.
And I'm a Knicks and Mets fan, so I know the suffering of both fan bases, and it's the hope. When you suffer so much, you're hoping too much.
Well, I'll say this. Look, I grew up in Cincinnati. I'm a Reds and Bengals fan. So I can tell you, like, it can get better. You may be waiting a while, but it can get better.